When I'm out driving my Mark IV, one question I frequently get is, what's the performance like? I usually reply that fuel economy is 12 city, 20 highway. No, I'm joking, it's really closer to 18 on the highway. Inevitably, the next question is, how does it do stoplight to stoplight, i.e. straight line performance? This is where the Mark IV owns the street with its incredible power to weight ratio. With cars, the power to weight ratio is usually expressed inversely, meaning how many pounds does each horsepower have to move. The lower this number is, the higher the performance, and in a straight line this boils down to 0 to 60 and quarter mile times. In this video I'm going to show you how the Mark IV stacks up against modern American sports cars. Before we do that though, let's first talk about the Mark IV. The Factory 5 Mark IV is a replica of the 1965 Shelby Cobra. And while the cars look similar in appearance, these are two entirely different vehicles. With a modern suspension and driveline and a frame that's twice as strong, the Mark IV outhandles the original, yet it weighs nearly the same. In terms of performance, I'm referencing data from a 2014 Factory 5 brochure, which tested a Mark IV with a 302 small block Ford that was good for 325 horsepower. The rest of the data came from MotorTrend.com. We'll begin comparison with three popular American sports cars, the 5.0, the SS, and the Challenger. Let's start with the Dodge Challenger 392 Scat Pack. This is a big car with a big engine. The third generation Dodge Challenger debuted in 2008. And while there's a number of different models that were built on this platform, the Hellcat is most well known. The Scat Pack 1320 package is the next trim level below the Hellcat, and it comes with a 6.4 liter 485 horsepower hemispherical V8. While that's a respectable power number, the Challenger's weight really holds it back and the Mark IV leaves it in the dust. Next, let's talk about the 2018 Ford Mustang GT. So this is America's original pony car, and it was also the best-selling sports car on the market last year. There are 9 different trim levels between the hardtop and convertible models, and believe it or not, you can get a 2.3-liter 4-banger in this thing. The GT model comes with a 5-liter 32-valve dual overhead cam V8, better known as the Coyote. It's good for 460 horsepower, and while the car is about 400 pounds lighter than the Challenger, it's still playing catch up to the Mark IV's power to weight ratio. Also, as a safety notice, you're going to want to be very alert if you see one of these leaving a car show. The 6th generation Chevrolet Camaro launched in 2016, and in the same year it was also named MotorTrend's Car of the Year. Between the hardtop and convertible models, there are 12 different trim levels, none of which have a usable back seat. The SS model ships with a 6.2-liter LT1 V8, which is built on Chevrolet's proven LS architecture. This model also includes magnetic ride technology, which allows suspension dampening to be controlled on the fly by the ECU. While this might help you in the corners, it's not going to help you in a straight line, and the Mark IV outperforms the Camaro across the board. Okay, let's kick it up a notch and take a look at the Shelby GT350 and the Corvette Z06. The 2019 Ford Mustang GT350 has racing stripes and Shelby branding. It's gotta be fast, right? First released in 2015, the GT350 is a Mustang built for the track. It has an aero package, better brakes, and most notably a more powerful engine. While lighter and more powerful than its little brother, the Mustang GT, its straight-line performance is nearly the same. Under the hood is a stroked 5.2-liter Coyote, good for 526 horsepower. Ford chose a flat-plane crankshaft for the mill, allowing it to rev higher, making it better suited for the track. That said, the GT350 is going to want to keep the race for bragging rights at the track, because in a straight line, it's going to lose. While my goal with this video is to be objective, I must disclose I absolutely love this car. The 2018 Chevrolet Corvette Z06 looks fast standing still, and this video doesn't do it justice. The C7 Corvette began production in 2014 and the Z06 came 1 year later. This car is small, it's light, it handles, and there's a monster under the hood. It's powered by a 650 horsepower supercharged LT4 V8. When you add launch control, all the pieces are there to dethrone the 325 horsepower Factory 5 MK4. Just for fun, let's look at the numbers when we stroke the 302 to 347 cubic inches and up horsepower from 325 to 500. Whoa, you didn't see that coming, right? So with a power to weight ratio near 4 pounds, we're inching up on supercars and of course the mythical Hellcat. Let's see how the Mark IV stacks up with some of them. To summarize, the Mark IV's lightweight and big tires are its biggest advantage, as every one of the modern cars has a superior powertrain package to the Mark IV small block Ford. It's the incredible power-to-weight ratio which make the original 65 Cobra and the Mark IV such killers on the street. Why don't you leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and thanks for watching.